This is why I love One Piece. This is exactly why I love One Piece so freaking much. What is with Oda? What is with Oda in this entire arc? Let's look at this, okay? There has been so much plot twist, plot reveals, name reveals, to different shocking revelations that have future impact for the majority of One Piece. There's just been so much going on in this arc that it's fucking crazy. It's near that Whitebeard arc level. It really is. And to see this shit now in this, oh my god. Let's just back up, but let's just talk about this, okay? Now, when we first were shown Doffy's backstory, when we were shown his backstory of what he went through, what he had to deal with, at first I was like, oh, he just seems like a stuck-up prick, just killing his father like that and blaming his father for his mother's death. At first I did. I mean, it was a sad backstory, but it was just like, Law seems to have a worse backstory. Now, after seeing this chapter and seeing Oda clarify more into Doffy's past, it now shows me the big picture to what Doffy and his brother, Korra, had to deal with, and the father and mother. Now, seeing how Doffy, at a very young age, very, very young age, was taken from a Celestial Dragon. He lost his Celestial Dragon status. He didn't know what was going on. And then when he was walking the streets like, hey, well, bow down for me. You can be my slave. I want to shoot you right now. Technically, he was a kid that did not know any better. Let's think about this in a logical standpoint. He was raised up thinking he was a god. That's what technically Doffy was technically raised as. He was raised around Celestial Dragons, and so he was raised to think that way. And usually, you know, a child will try to copy their parents or the people around them. So seeing Doffy do this, technically you can't really blame him for acting like that, even though it's fucked up and messed up, and I would probably have some major discipline for a kid that would do that to me. I would probably understand the viewpoint if he was raised like that around all these Celestial Dragons. So it's not technically really Doffy's fault, but I do understand why he got so warped and why he would try to kill his father. Now I understand why. He was very young. He had probably self-resentment, and at the exact same time, he really despised his father for putting him and his family in that situation to where they were. They were running like animals. They were chewing on garbage. You actually saw a panel that Oda drew in this, where you saw Doffy and his brother quickly eating fucking garbage, like eating chewed up food out of the garbage can, and while they were being chased. And you saw them running. And they had to eat it real quickly. They didn't even have time to enjoy their food like Luffy would usually do when he's sitting there partying. They didn't even have time to enjoy their food. They had to just grab this like half-rotten meat probably, just eat it up, sling it away, and start running again. That's exactly how it was displayed. And to see that twisted backstory of Doffy is fucked up. It is very fucked up. Now, the big thing with it, I felt Oda really put a lot of emotions and vibes in this. Let us see the actual character of Doffy from another light. It actually opens our eyes up to different perspectives of him. He's not just this cold bastard. As we all thought, Doffy had a lot more complexity to him. He had a lot more to him than just as a villain. We've seen it. He has these different motives through the course of this entire arc. And to see how this is just being shown, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. It's really crazy to see how Doffy could become an anti-hero. He could become like another crocodile, the way it seems to be slowly building up. But either way, I want to talk about something real quick. Law. Law's true name is revealed. He has a D in his name. He has the will of D. That right there is a massive plot reveal. I've seen a lot of people in the One Piece fan base talk about Law most likely being a D. And to see how it was revealed him being a D is ridiculous. So, Law has the will of D. This changes a lot of aspects about him. We still don't know what the D stands for, the will of D, but I mean, the point of it is now that he's revealed that, he has a lot more importance to the overall story. Because when a D is revealed, you know something major is going to go down. Because there's barely any Ds that actually have been revealed in the One Piece series that we have seen that are currently living to this day. Besides Monkey D. Garp and Monkey D. Dragon and Monkey D. Luffy and stuff like that. Or freaking Teach. You know, Blackbeard, technically he's a fake D if I remember correctly. If I remember what Whitebeard said, he added the D to his name. But either way, even if I'm wrong or not, it doesn't matter. Pretty much the main fact of it is that there's been barely any D's revealed in this series, and to see how Law's name is actually revealed is a pretty fucking shocking revelation. It really is. And when you saw Korra talk to Law at the end of the chapter, and he completely states, like, okay, you need to get away from Doffy as far as you can. You need to get away from him. He's one person you do not want to be next to since you have that D in your name. So, right there, why? Why? Are we going to find out some information about the Wheel of D? Is the Wheel of D connected to the Celestial Dragons? That's the big question, because we know Doffy is a Celestial Dragon, so is Korra. And we know they came from a higher up place. Why would Law be in a dangerous spot if he was next to Doffy? Why? Because he has a D in his name. Why? Why does that change the ballgame? Another thing, Korra spoke. As I theorized about 3 chapters ago, I talked about Korra, how most likely he would talk when something major happens. He finally talked to Law. So here is the stepping point for Law getting cured. I'm willing to bet it right now. This is where Law is going to get cured and he's going to get healthy again. That's exactly what will happen. Either way, the chapter is fucking amazing. It is really freaking amazing. I am going to say that this chapter was 10 out of 10. I want to be honest, 10 out of fucking 10. It was a damn good chapter. It had shocking revelations that really play a major role later on down the future of One Piece. Once again, another chapter that does that. And one other thing, it shows us the other perspective of the Celestial Dragons. It shows us more evil that they do, and the resentment against these Celestial Dragons. For instance, we see how these Celestial Dragons think of themselves as gods. They think they're fucking gods. They think they are literally gods, but they're fucking humans. And so, that is just, oh my god, seeing that, oh man, it makes me want to bitch slap some people when I see something like that. I'm like, you're not a fucking god, you're a human, a flesh and blood and bone. You're a same exact person as the people you're torturing and making slaves. You're no higher being. And oh my god, seeing that really pissed me off a little bit. I was like, damn it. And when you saw Doffy and his brother getting tortured on, freaking like pinned up on the house and all that, and they're getting tortured, I was like, damn, that's pretty fucked up to do. But I mean, you gotta understand also the resentment of the people, too. I mean, if you saw, like, a Celestial Dragon come down, wouldn't you technically want to seek revenge in some form or fashion? So you gotta understand this from both sides. It's fucked up, both sides are, neither is correct. But the point of it is just seeing the display of anger and rage towards the Celestial Dragons. Maybe Doffy actually understood why people hate the Celestial Dragons. Maybe that's what changed his character overall and might turn him over to helping out Luffy take over the world government. I don't know, but that definitely is a bit major, I guess, past memory in Doffy's eyes, because he had a flashback of that, he remembered it, he even got shocked after a dream, he woke up after that, and he freaking downed a bottle of fucking alcohol to wash it down. So clearly, that past of him remembering being tortured and people blaming him for being a Celestial Dragon, they're not gods, they're humans, then that plays a big role in his mind, his subconsciousness. He definitely feels it. So we'll have to see exactly where it goes from there. Overall, amazing chapter of One Piece. I loved it from start to finish. The flashbacks were fucking amazing. No, seriously, I love One Piece flashbacks, especially flashbacks like this. It is great. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this chapter of One Piece. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.